sorting out our personal finances and clearing debts goes right alongside the resolution to get fit. By that I mean it's something many people start off enthusiastically on day one and then quickly fall behind and it gets forgotten about. So what can you do differently? How can you make sure that this time next year your finances are where you want them to be, or at least in a better place? Well, that's what we're going to break down in this video. I think there are 5 key things you need to have strong and stable finances. You need to fully understand your money, have no high interest debts or bad spending habits, a plan for when things go wrong with a backup for emergencies, and lastly, but certainly not least, a way to get more money. So what do I mean when I say you should fully understand your money? Being able to answer any of these questions would be a good start. How much money will your household have come in next month? How much did you spend on food last month? When is your TV license due? That last one is actually a trick question, which I will get onto later. The easiest and best way to know your money is to have a budget. I know this turns some people off, but I think that's a reaction to the word. It makes some people think about cutting back and scrimping. I love to budget. I use a zero-based budget where I will list all the money that's coming in and then designate it where I want or need it to go. This means I know what all of my money is doing from the first of the month. It's already set out and that gives me peace of mind knowing everything is covered. It also means I don't have to be reactive at all. I can budget in treats and luxuries, stopping me from impulse buying out of too much restriction. Anyway, budgeting is great and you should start if you don't already have one. Once you have your money situation laid out in front of you and a good understanding of what's going where, it's a good idea to look at what is eating into your money first. This will often be any high interest debt you may have. You should have a clear and precise plan for paying these off. Something like the debt avalanche system where you pay debts in order of interest. This should be the quickest and cheapest method to use. I suggest looking at how much money you can put into clearing your debts each month. You should know after budgeting. You can then map it out. Know the dates of when you will clear various debts and use that as motivation to keep on going. Once you have the dates for when they should be cleared, the path becomes more clear. It's easier to remember why you are paying into them and easier to say no to other impulse purchases. You don't want to have to wait any longer to clear the debt by making bad decisions. Once you get to this stage, you are clear of any ignorance and bad money issues. So let's start looking ahead. This means we need a plan for the future. Think about anything you might need to pay out for over the next year or more. Those annual costs are a good place to start. Birthdays, Christmas, insurance, TV license, etc. Get a number that you spend on each of them and divide it by 12. That's how much you should be putting aside each month for them. I try to keep them separate and labelled so you know exactly what the money's for. I use spaces on the Starling Bank app to do this. Most banks offer something like this now too. Now you might not have 12 months for some of them, but this should be the plan long term. Now you have no more reactive panics to bills. Anytime something comes up that maybe you've forgotten about, the money is there. Even better, you can automate the savings going into the spaces because then you really can just forget about it. Being able to not have those dates of bills in your head is great for your mental health too. What about when it all goes wrong though? The expenses that you can't see coming. Well, that's where your emergency fund comes in. It's often said it's a good idea to have 3 to 6 months worth of expenses put aside as an emergency fund. This may sound like a lot, and it may take you a while to get there, but it's a goal well worth achieving. Now, some emergencies you can kind of predict and add to your sinking funds. Things like car repairs or utility replacements and repairs, etc. If you can get yourself in a position where you know your money, have a plan for all your upcoming expenses, and a backup if it goes wrong, then congratulations, you've done amazingly. Don't stop there though. All of that will give you great financial stability. But why settle there? Now is the perfect time to look at ways to make more money. Promotions, pay rises, investments, side jobs, and anything else you can find. There is no single path from here, but having 5 and 10-year financial goals are a good start. There are so many ways to make your money grow. Start researching and find the right path for you. Being a little diverse in your methods can give you a bit of safety if one of your plans doesn't work out. So look into as many options as possible. I know it's not as simple to accomplish as it is to say, but don't use that as an excuse. Don't just watch videos and read books about self-improvement. Get started. Start a budget or a side hustle. Think about some goals you want to accomplish this year and lay out a plan for them. Let me know in the comments what you are going to do now to get started. If you want to hear more from me about sorting out your money, then check out this video over here. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.